Hey guys, Tarek here, bringing you a 1v1 today. We are on Langreskaya, playing today spawning in the north. We have Old Mate as OKW, immediately locking into Fortifications, and from the south we have Treadz as Soviets, immediately going for Partisans. In terms of rankings here, Old Mate's 57, Treadz 54 at the moment. Very tight contest. You can see here Treadz, I often talk about trying to wire off the side of the building, and Treadz not doing it. He's paying the price, trying to cap up the fuel with the first combat engineer. So now having a lot of trouble pushing past this building. Ideally you'd want a Volksgrenadier in there, since they have much better long-range performance. Looks like Tread's going to come out the other side. Couple of Volksgrenadiers over here though. Empire is able to complete the cap on the VP. Tread's on the drain. And coming forwards with this Volksgrenadier now. Conscripts hoorahing away, trying to get behind some heavy cover, but here comes another squad of conscripts. It's going to help turn the tide against Old Mate. Good move here, switching over to the light cover, getting out of range of these two squads. Still think he's going to struggle in this one, especially if the conscripts just don't drop any models like that. And the Sternpires though. He's behind the light cover over here. Favoured to win, but we do have a squad of conscripts coming across. And there we go, Sternpires eventually getting the job done, forcing them away. Good time to get some wire up on this cover as well. Should probably try to get a set of sandbags down here also for Old Mate. Speaking of sandbags, Tread's putting some down but interrupted. Old Mate taking a very long path around. Does have some reinforcements arriving. They can have some nice cover there as well. Nice heavy cover. Conscripts quick to reposition. Looks like they're going to jump into the house. Generally, it's not the best to fight from that house against the heavy cover, because oftentimes you only got 3 windows firing. And overall, pretty successful push down here for Old Mate. Tread's a little bit slow jumping out of the building. Sandbags coming up in the centre. Standard 4 Volksgrenadiers for Old Mate. Don't have too many options in playing this commander. I did for a while do like double Sternpires. And go like 3 Volks into a second Sternpire, maybe 2 Volks into the second Sternpire. If you're planning on making the flak replacements with this commander, but it didn't really work out that well. But I think on this map a flak replacement back here is actually not too bad, because you can see this kind of elevation which makes it very hard to attack ground it. And attack grounds are typically very good against those flak emplacements, so if you can hide them behind a dip, it can offer you some nice protection on this cutoff, which does often get harassed as that northern player. Got some Partisans out now for Treadz, trying to creep in on the squad. Doesn't have enough munitions for a grenade though. Look for the wipe. Running gun. Don't think they've got enough firepower to finish the job though. Conscripts switching their focus fire, but down to just 2 models. Looks like he's going to use them to cap up and then retreat. It's very efficient. Mechanized from Old Mate though, a little bit unexpected. Don't see too much of that these days. He's going for a machine gun after that as well. Which is a curious choice. I mean, one of the benefits I'd say of this commander in 1v1 is that you can build the LFH, so you don't need Mechanized for the walking Stuka as much.
Heavy machine gun team, ready for battle.
But we'll see. Conscripts also got some sandbags up in the centre now. Tier 3 coming up for Treadz out the back. So far, pretty even split on the map. Haven't really been almost any cutoff dives from either side. Most of the fighting on the flanks of the map is quite unusual for Langreskaya. Does have enough munis for the grenade this time. Grenade out. Ooh. Just reacted in time there, old mate. So unfortunately just survive. You can see old mate really struggling for manpower. If he's planning to get the Puma, it's going to be coming in quite late because of that decision to build the machine gun. There we go, incendiary grenade out. Helps old mate win the fight. Here we go. Treadz also not building any light vehicle, going for a machine gun at this timing. Very strange. I mean, if you're not planning to build a light vehicle, there's no real point in putting down your tier 3 that early. Might as well invest that into units. Flamethrower quickly forcing away the machine gun from the building. And old mate's going to need to put down some more med crates now. He's just using his last crate, and he's got a very wounded machine gun coming back here. It's something you have to upkeep if you're doing these mechanized strategies. Constantly planting crates down throughout the match. Be well practiced on it. Flamethrower going to do well against these Volksgrenadiers. So old mate, is he going to go for a Puma or something? He's right there for it. If not, I mean, there's really no point in going for Mechanized. It'll just gimps your healing. PSH is working nicely there. Volksgrenadiers actually win that rather surprisingly. They spread out quite nicely after they backed out of the heavy cover. Now they have to worry about retreating past these Partisans though. It could be a grenade into a retreat path. It's not really following through on that though. There was an opportunity for a wipe there. Treadz branching out to the far side of the map as well. Maybe the Partisans going to try creep in again. Good cut-off action there by old mate, finding the time. It's not going to cost him any manpower either. But yeah, now he doesn't have any med crates back here. He's sending all of these squads out very, very low. Paying price. Okay, here comes the Sturmpo, and it looks like old mate going to try to put down his next tech truck. So yeah, I'm not entirely sure why he went for Mechanized. Doesn't use it at all.
Supply half track is in action. Standing by for setting of command post.
Maybe he goes for like a late game walking Stuka. I'm not sure. But I feel like, you know, if you really need the walking Stuka late game, you cross that bridge when you get to it. Once you've already stabilized with a medium tank or something like that. Treadz getting some sandbags up on the far fuel point. And just slowly working away there for old mate, who's quite far along now in terms of manpower. Big float. And looks like Treadz able to fit an extra conscript into his build here. Hasn't really suffered too much manpower bleed. His KD is actually quite close to old mate. So he's trading efficiently. Make some rolling forwards. MG34's there, but getting flanked by the flamethrower. Chopin's hit is about to complete, but still needs to upgun to get the flak. I'll plant a mine here. Treadz not paying attention. No, and he loses combat engineer and drops the flamethrower. Oh, that's a disaster for Treadz. Rather curiously, old mate going for another machine gun here, which is very strange. If you're going for like a tier 4 rush, you know, rushing out to Schwerpanzer headquarters. You should probably be taking advantage of Oversoldaten. Try to get them early, try to vet them up as early as possible. And this is like prime territory for going early overs since there's no light vehicle to punish them. So they won't suffer much bleed and they'll do a lot of damage during this timing. You know, Treadz doesn't have any 7-man upgrades yet on his conscripts. So this is prime time for those early overs and old mate missing out on that timing. Still quite a lot of fuel away from his medium tank. Tier 4 coming up now for Treadz. He's also, you know, a decent chunk of fuel away from his medium tank.
We have an isolated sector.
Mine coming up on that point. Well, mate has been making good use of his munitions. Still doesn't have all his Volkskriegs upgraded though. That's kind of having to pay that muni tax to heal up constantly. Makes it more difficult to detect the mine over there. More difficult to afford those weapon upgrades. Okay, making use of the spy network now Treadz, but he runs head on into this machine gun nonetheless. Partisans coming around the corner. Machine gun packed up though for some reason, now sitting back down. We've got a Maxim coming in, which will do very well in the head-to-head against the MG34. Treadz is just flooding forwards at the moment. Not sure what old mate's doing over here, running into close range against the Partisans. Could go down on retreat now to these two conscript squads. Pretty bad volley of shots there though. So they do get away. Hunting another mine. I think, you know, if you're up against Soviets, you're planting these mines, you know, I think first off, the weapon upgrades are a high priority. And then you have to consider, you know, you're up against conscript models, if they're going to be running over it, it's not going to cost them that much manpower or drop their strength by that much. So unless you're really trying to target like a vehicle path with the shoe mine, I think the weapon upgrades are a high priority. And we're kitting out now for old mate. He's right there for the Panzer IV timing now as well. Treadz also hitting his T-34 timing now.
Target vehicle marking available.
Incendiary grenade out on the Maxim. Allows it to reposition, still quite healthy.
Enemy forces are attempting to capture our
And
territory.
there we go, all those mines are going to get swept, even worse for old mate. TG folks though showing their strength, beating those conscripts quite handily. Squad on the wrong side of cover, but here comes an extra conscript.
The enemy has cut off a sector.
Triple cap though, ticking against old mate. EP is very close between these two at the moment, but he's starting to fall behind. Taking care of those shoe mines now. Empire trying to come in from the rear, but good spin around there by the Maxim. Now it's taking some STG Volkskrieger damage though. We've got an MG34 coming in as well. Should stay inside the building. You do recover faster from suppression inside a building. Okay, here we go. Old mate finding opportunity to jump on the cutoff. Treadz building a ZIS now as well as his T-34. Probably should have had his ZIS out already by now though. Really late starting that up, and you know, up against a double Maxim, a double MG34 player. And that ZIS barrage to clear off those machine guns is very handy. Threatening to crush their Treadz. Good cricket positioning though. Cuts that short. K4 coming in from the side. Kitten's still there. Lifting again. Conscript's getting quite low. That Panzer IV really laying in. Marked vehicle now. Panzer IV taking some big damage. Conscript's trying to crawl in for the anti-tank grenades. Doesn't look like they're going to be able to do it though. Treadz doesn't have any of his conscripts upgraded with 7-man upgrade. I was like, he does have a lot of munitions. And that explains it. Old mate, meanwhile, hasn't been able to upgrade the machine gun on his Panzer IV yet. So it is hurting his DPS against the infantry right now. You can just really see like the long-term impact of that. Can't afford to put another set of crates down at the moment. So yeah, I just don't really understand that mechanized truck, but oh well. Old mate with quite a lot of resources now. He's got a few options open. He could, you know, consider maybe building a howitzer. In that case, he'll probably need a second Raketin to help hold on, and might as well build it now. Really contain that T-34 in the meantime. Oh, that was very brief. Old mate trying to set back up with this machine gun. Panzer IV coming in, hoping to save the day. Oh, but big damage. Trying to take an anti-tank grenade. At least the machine gun gets away though. Pushes slowing down a bit. Before coming forwards, even though it's still quite low in health. There we go, this barrage, big hit. Combat usually needs to go down for Treadz. Machine gun gets out of there before any further damage comes through. There from the T-34. Inflict a little bit more bleed. Probably can't get the wipe though. Now Treadz on the offensive.
Local spies are ready to reveal enemy positions.
Pushing back, old mate. This is quite far forwards here. Going to connect for some more damage. T4 in some trouble. Not quite able to follow that up though. No sandbags down here for Treadz either. That could really help with the defense over here. T-34 coming in though. Brief bit of damage. Old mate finally getting a second Raketin now. Treadz on the far side. Harassing the fuel again. Old mate's grip on the game is falling away at the moment.
The sector is at risk.
Triple cap against old mate. Over 100 points behind now. He really needs to get some sandbags up on these VPs. Assist with his capping efforts. Makes such a big difference. Partisans here waiting for the ambush. Squad going into the retreat path. P4 coming out that side as well. Getting creeping in here. Could go for some attack ground work if he knew the location. Just on the far side, maybe expecting the Panzer IV to chase in, but it does not. Good MG positioning there for old mate, shutting down Treadz through the centre. Keep missing there. Panzer IV does drive forwards. Takes some damage, but this has to back out.
The enemy is encroaching on our territory.
So a few moves going down at the moment. Old mate continuing to float way too much manpower.
The enemy has cut off a sector.
He's really hurting for the healing at the moment. He's just constantly... Look at all these low health squads he has. Maybe he's hoping he can just turn the corner, get these squads up to where they auto heal. from veterancy, but hasn't quite done that so far. It's costing him a lot of manpower at the moment. But he has a few options. Could go for the Panzer IV now if that's what he's wanting to do. Could, you know, put down another truck, go for the King Tiger. Or build that howitzer, like I was saying. Now we're going to Su-85 out, so it's going to make it a lot harder for this Panzer IV of Old Mate. It's such a good map for the Su-85 as well, such good line of sight. So easy to do big damage with it on Langreskaya. Old Mate does have, you know, double rocket and should be able to contain it, but still has to execute. There we go, Vet 2, Panzer IV popping the blitz, coming around the corner here. Kitten trying to line up, but damaged down by the Maxim too fast. Maxim getting the suppression in there as well, putting that push to a halt. Good mine out there from Treadz. He's on focus sight mode, cancelling that now on the Su-85. And Old Mate just falling further and further behind on the VPs. He's going to go for his final tech truck now. Where his ticking decisions have just been too slow. And he doesn't have the really strong scaling of some overs just lighting up these conscripts either. So he's not really pulling ahead in that department. The double machine guns help him hold on to territory, but not to lead to that many kills and that much manpower bleed. And that's given that Treadz hasn't gone for any 7-man upgrades on any of his conscripts, so he doesn't even have the cheap reinforcements yet. But here we go. SWS is out for Old Mate. Is he going to go for a Panther, or is he going to put this down? So far, Old Mate, I don't think we've seen him use anything from his commander at all. No, he's been very low on munitions thanks to building the mechanized truck. So maybe he hasn't had time to replant S-mines or do anything like that, but yeah, I'm not sure about this build so far from Old Mate. Seems to have quite a few efficient moments. And Treadz just happy to camp out on 2 VPs at the moment. He's getting a bunch of mines down. Looking to dig in. Sandbags everywhere. Mines down. It's going to make it tough for Old Mate to break through. There he goes, he's putting up his battle group. He's a little bit far back though. I feel like if a squad retreats from this angle to over here, maybe the medics might not come over and heal them. So not ideal positioning on that. And Old Mate also digging in. Sandbags everywhere. He really needs some indirect fire to break through Treadz' line, and this is where the howitzer would actually be quite nice. I think it's a pretty solid option on this map. Especially Treadz doesn't have like a good off map to counter it either. P4 doing some good work down the side. I think this is a good idea. Try to play on the flanks with that Panzer IV. Away from the Su-85. Looks like the Su-85 trying to bust through this hedgerow. Open up some sight. It's taking a while to do that though. Okay, Old Mate, he's ticking up. Still quite a lot of fuel away from a King Tiger though. He's got 800 manpower in the meantime. Now Treadz, the one getting the Katyusha. There's that very strong option of spy network. Revealing the location of everything. That's what it looks like when using spy network. goes.
Our enemy has
A
only
little
200
scatter there.
points.
A long-range caddy barrage. Doesn't do too much damage. And old mate able to hold on. T-34 getting aggressive now. One of the Rakitans got forced away. And the Panzer IV is on the far side. T-34 ends up taking an engine crit though. Could even go down here. One more Rakitan shot and there we go.
Another vehicle has been lost in the defense of the Rodina.
Panzer IV coming in from the side. There's a mine here though. Oh, and there he goes. Got the Zis spinning around. The SU-85 coming in. It's once again on focus. Sight mode. He's disengaging it now. Trying to close the distance. Panzer IV one shot. And there we go. Abandoned. Uh-oh. SU-85 now taking some big hits. Zis decrewed for Treadz. Katyusha not quite ready to fire. That could really save the day here.
Supply sector under attack.
Kitten in hot pursuit. And the Partisans though picks up the Zis, hoping to kill off the SU-85 and picks that off. Faust now on the Katyusha.
Enemy has destroyed one of our vehicles. We have an
Picks up the
isolated
Panzer IV over here, trying to repair it up. The Kitten spins around for it. This barrage hoping to catch the Katyusha out the back, but that ends up getting decrewed before the suppression can kick in. Abandoned again? Oh man. Katyusha onto the machine gun, gets the decrew. Treadz really needed to come out this side with a couple squads. MG over here doing massive work for old mate. And old mate getting very close to that King Tiger now. Here it comes. Kitten gonna go for an attack ground, hoping to finish the job here. Treadz could pick up this machine gun, that'd be quite nice. Looks like he's gonna try lob a Molotov in here though. Gets the machine gun. Oh mate, forgetting about his Rakitten. Looks like it's gonna get decrewed over here. I'm not sure what he's up to. Kitten finishes the job.
We have lost
But yeah, ended up getting decrewed. That was Vet 1. Bit of a shame to lose the Vet on that. Let's see what this King Tiger can do though. T-34 was in the build for Treadz, but would be good to cancel that and switch over to the SU-85. Doesn't look like he's going to, and he never recovered his Zis either, so he has no defense against this King Tiger. He's in some big trouble. Combat engineers try and jump on the Zis maybe? It's never going to work sitting right underneath a King Tiger like that. Big move out to the right hand side for Treadz. He's got light vehicle active. But yeah, now Treadz so far away in terms of fuel from an SU-85. Flank working out nicely here. Going to clear off this machine gun. And maybe Treadz going to try apply a bit of VP pressure away from the King Tiger. Old mate try to jump on the Zis. Partisans coming in. He's going for full base inspection, hoping to wipe out a few of these units. VP pressure is on old mate at the moment though. Conscripts coming around the corner. Here goes the Maxim. But these conscripts coming around the side of this machine gun, looking for the decrew. Some more reinforcements though. She's going to try to jump on this Rakitten out the back. It's quite low in health though. T-34 doing some circles around the King Tiger in the meantime. Ooh, conscripts late retreats. Rakitten does not get away, and now maybe Treadz could lose 2 or 3 squads on retreat. Not quite enough, that anti-tank grenade. Oh, so lucky here, Treadz. I can't believe that he got away with all of those squads. It's unreal. Popping the Uri, they're waiting for the anti-tank grenade to come off cooldown. 1 second left. It's going to be finally engine damage on the King Tiger now. T-34 coming in for some shenanigans. Double anti-tank guns coming forwards for old mate though. Conscripts maybe going to try to jump on that Raketin, but getting pushed away by his own T-34 here. We've got to be careful it doesn't take engine crits himself. And in the end cannot recover that Raketin. So yeah, Treadz paying a massive price. I mean, you have to expect your opponent only built one Panzer IV, hasn't been doing anything for like 10 minutes in terms of fuel expenditure. You got to be up against the King Tiger. And yeah, you can't afford to leave your this over here decrewed while you try and get aggressive on the far side. There we go, conscripts coming forward. Maybe they'll be able to steal away this Raketin. There they go. Nope, King Tiger instant decrew. Another squad of conscripts going to attempt it. Nope, instant decrew again. Could be death now for these conscripts. And I can understand why Treadz is trying to do that, wants that Raketin, but it's costing him a lot of manpower and kind of needs that. He's right there for the fuel for the SU-85. He needs that SU-85 against this King Tiger. So this aggressive play is very pricey. And now old mate is building the howitzer. I don't know if this is the best timing for it though. In fact, I think it's quite a bad timing for it. Probably be building a Panzer IV. Because Treadz, he doesn't have any support weapons anymore. At least before he had a Maxim, a Zis, a whole bunch of units behind sandbags, but all that's been destroyed now. Raj not hitting too much. Old mate putting down a bunker over there. T-34 going off to kill it. Wait, still very far behind on VPs. There we go, Howie into the centre now. Conscripts dodging forwards. Treadz doing a good job of keeping that VP pressure high. The King Tiger was out for repairs for a very long time, but finally returning to action. And yeah, triple anti-tank guns for old mate. He's just got to be careful that he doesn't accidentally donate one of these to Treadz. Stay defensive with them. We should be fine. And yeah, Treadz not opting for the SU-85. Going to go for another T-34. Very strange choice. Against triple anti-tank guns, like aggressive T-34 player, I feel like it's doomed to fail, but see how he gets on with it. Good ambush there by the Partisans. So this is going to actually try to kill the base. So deny Treadz the rebuild on the Zis. Coming in from this far side. Raketin trying to open up the base, try and kill off the machine gun. King Tiger stacking up the body count, 32 kills already. Here we go. Chusha onto the Raketin. Double T-34s coming in from the rear. Partisans do end up going down. There we go, decrew on the Raketin, double T-34s on the rear armor now. No munitions though after that for the anti-tank grenade. He spent it all on that Ura. He's trying to jump on the Raketin, and he's got it at the moment. T-34 takes an engine crit. Raketin lining up here. Oh, it doesn't look good for Treadz. Raketin might get one more shot through, but both of the Raketin shots miss, or bounce rather. And that does not work out for Treadz at all. Pretty much what I was talking about there, you know, even after decrewing one Raketin, there's two more anti-tank guns behind that. And that makes it so hard to get those aggressive medium tank plays to work. There's layer upon layer of anti-tank guns. And there go the conscripts now on retreat as well. If he could have, you know, got the engine crit on the King Tiger if he had a little bit more munitions, might have been a different story. But unfortunately not for Treadz. Sticking to his guns though, rebuilding that T-34. Energy inside the building, locking things down. And look at this differential in army size right now. Treadz miles behind. A good option for Treadz could be to try and force a engagement on this side of the map with the King Tiger. Hopes it runs over one of these mines. It could be a bit of a game changer. Just branching out to the far side. Treadz still with a good VP lead currently. King Tiger backing off to the repair station. Try to speed up the repairs a bit. Okay, making use of the secure mode. Treadz does need that fuel, so he's prioritizing that. Get you onto the building. Monster connection. The MG34 gets obliterated. Big damage from those caddy rockets. And now, Treadz back on the capping. Old mate letting it slip away a little bit here. Okay, old mate dropping down, zeroing artillery. Good crush action there. Oh, squad down for old mate. I think he's trying to fire off a Faust, but didn't quite manage to thanks to that crush. Nicely done by Treadz. King Tiger rolling forwards again. Only two anti-tank guns this time, and there we go. Engine crit on the KT. It's one of those mines. A few more points of drain from old mate. Okay, T-34 is rolling forwards. Oh, and he hits that shoe mine that was there since way back. It's going to put a halt to Treadz' plans at the moment. Oh, that was a monster hit through the building by that T-34. That was crazy. Oh, he's going to take a Faust here though. That's trouble. Squad trying to come out to the far side, get some repairs going. Just taking no prisoners at the moment. King Tiger rolling across. Pack 43 in this forwards position. Didn't even repair up the King Tiger here. I appreciate the memes. Let's see how he gets on with it. I still think it's just extremely risky not to repair up the King Tiger, get rid of that engine crit. He does have to repair it to full, since it was an engine crit from a mine instead of from a anti-tank grenade, which only requires 75% to remove. Again, Treadz finding some time to cap behind all this. Pack 43 blasting through the base real fast. Oh, here we go. Zis abandoned. We do have a tank in the build for old mate. Old mate going for the annihilation victory at the moment. T-34's come round. Just spinning to the other side. So kind of away from the immediate threat of this T-34. And here we go. Pack. It's quite slow rotating before it gains vet. Lining up Doesn't quite get the shot off. King Tiger still moving so slowly. T-34's running circles around this at the moment. 3 T-34s getting involved now. Conscripts coming in. Maybe could get a nice Molotov up here. Get the decrew on this. And the double T-34s on the rear of the King Tiger. Here comes another T-34 now. Panzer IV incoming. So 1 T-34 is going to go down. Maybe not even. Here comes the Panzer IV. 1 T-34 down. A lot of bounces on the rear armor though. Old mate running pretty hot there. Here we go. King Tiger deceased. And Tread's going to pick up. Does have his howitzer available again. Conscripts down for Treadz. Panzer IV getting aggressive now. Looking to finish the job. Ram. Pens. Spinning around with the Pak 43 looking to finish the job. Sternpires go down. So does the Panzer IV. And he's just completely forgotten about this howitzer, it seems. Treadz though hasn't forgotten about the Katyusha. Big hit. And now old mate has 1 unit left. That's a bit of bad manners, isn't it, old mate? Whose mate is he? And there we go. So yeah, pretty wonky build here for old mate. Going for mechanized, never using it, costing him so much munitions, so much map control essentially. You know, so late upgrading weapons on all his Volksgrenadiers, making it much harder in those engagements than it should have been. As well, he goes for like a fast Schwerpanzer headquarters, but then makes use of the double machine guns. Doesn't even take advantage of the early obers available to him. And yeah, probably should have pushed out Panzer IV to support the King Tiger much earlier than that. And he would have had a lot more success. Right on by Treadz though, somehow finding a way to win just with the T-34 spam. It's difficult to do. But yeah, old mate kind of leaving the door open, never repairing that engine crit off the King Tiger, just made it so easy to outposition it with the T-34s. GG. Well, anyway guys, wrap on that. If you like good game to be cast by me, details are in the video description below. Otherwise, I'll catch you all for the next thrilling installment. Goodbye and good luck.